For months, a quiet sorrow had taken root, growing steadily within me like a vine slowly choking a vibrant garden. It was the crushing weight of feeling unseen, of having my place at the heart of my family subtly, yet undeniably, vacated. I was an echo in rooms that once vibrated with my laughter, a shadow skirting the edges of lives I thought I was central to. And the most insidious part? I spent countless nights convinced it was my own failing. Our bond, especially with my parents, had been the bedrock of my world. Sunday dinners, the unwavering holiday traditions, even those spontaneous, late-night calls, they were the rhythm of our shared existence. But then Ethan, my brother, welcomed his son, Leo, into the world. And with that tiny, precious life, a chasm opened, silent and vast. The calls dwindled, invitations simply ceased to arrive, and I found myself adrift. I'd lie awake, sifting through memories, each word, each glance, each interaction under a microscopic lens, desperate to unearth the mistake I'd surely made. Had a careless comment slipped out? Was my excitement for Leo somehow insufficient? This gnawing uncertainty consumed me, the bitter knowledge that my presence was no longer sought, no longer woven into the family tapestry. I constructed elaborate excuses for their distance. Perhaps I wasn't good with babies, or my life had simply diverged too much for them to know how to include me. The pain was deep, a constant throb beneath my ribs, but I convinced myself I merely needed to adjust to this new reality. Until that one Sunday. We were gathered at my parents' familiar dining table, the scent of roast chicken heavy in the air, a tableau of domestic comfort that felt increasingly alien to me. Ethan, in typical fashion, held court. His fork became an extension of his dramatic gestures as he spun a grand, elaborate tale about my supposed absence from last weekend's barbecue. He painted a vivid picture, a text message from me, a vague excuse about work, while he, the dutiful brother, toiled in the sun, setting up the grill alone. She always has something, he declared, his head shaking with an almost theatrical disappointment. Right, Chloe? Always too busy for family. My parents' silent nods were a familiar blow. My mother's face held that wounded, confused expression I knew so well, a sight that invariably tightened my stomach into a knot. My father, usually so boisterous, simply stared at his plate, the silence amplifying his unspoken thoughts about how I used to be the one who never missed a Sunday dinner. It was a visceral punch, hearing him cast me as the indifferent one, the sister who didn't care. But something within me shifted that day. A delicate wire, stretched taut for months, finally snapped. My phone was in my hand before I fully registered the decision, my fingers flying across the screen, navigating to the message thread with Ethan from the previous Friday. My heart hammered against my ribs, a wild drumbeat, as I located the exact exchange. Actually, Ethan, I began, my voice sharper than I intended, the words cutting through the comfortable hum of the meal. I held up the screen for everyone at the table to see. Want to tell them what you really texted me? His fork, laden with food, froze inches from his mouth. His eyes, wide, don't miss the twist bottom left, full story.